We are trying something new when it comes to the setup. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more official. You feel me? I spent 50 days meditating in deep isolation, and here's what I have to say. Hi, I'm Nikki, also known as the Broke Entrepreneur. That's as much of an intro as I'm gonna do. I don't even know where to start. Prior to this, I was working in retail as well as a junior in college who had just transferred cross country from Atlanta back to California for a multitude of reasons. It was safety. I couldn't get my items due to the service that I was using. It was a number of things. And while working in retail and going to school, I was also facing some troubles at home when it came to getting along, to the emotional safety. It just really became a hard time. I was also going through my first relationship. I would consider my first official adult relationship. They go through peaks and valleys, and I'm still in this relationship. As a matter of fact, I don't even have my promise right now. I should probably put that on. I was learning a lot about life and about what it could be outside of just school and work. I wasn't doing anything. I was not like a social kid, growing up with undiagnosed autism. Like, I didn't quite understand why I didn't want a lot of friends or why I didn't specifically want to hang out around a lot of friends, but it was just the social aspect. My battery has always been low. Going to school and work was as much socializing as I can really handle at the time. And then I was also dealing with, transferring. So switching up my friends again and going to a new school, it was just a whole lot mentally. I was exhausted more mentally than physically, ironically. I did not mean to do that. I was just exhausted. Come home, shower, go to bed, wake up, try to eat, go to school, go to work, come home, shower. And then that's not even accounting like if I wanted to go over to my partner's house, then there was like a lot of family that I had to catch up with since being back home. I was at home with almost all my siblings. So it was a lot of clashing of personalities and self-development happening at the same time. But I was so distracted physically that I wasn't paying attention to how rapidly my mental was declining. I could just only tell because of what I was feeling. And that emotionally abusive situation was both internal and external. Though I was experiencing it in my environment, I was also doing it to myself by not listening to what was going on inside. I was experiencing family bonds declining. Being in the first relationship after experiencing sexual assault the year prior, I was declining presently. Like, I just wasn't there. I don't believe I was physically, I was physically there. I don't believe that I was like there in my shoes, living unless I was with my partner. It was just different. And I was overly exerting negative behaviors and that I'm not proud of. And I will never pretend like I'm just this perfect person because I really am not. I'm just somebody who is very determined to be a good person to society and, communally and all of those different things. I'm working towards being my higher self, but I will never say I'm perfect. Like, I don't strive to be perfect. I just strive to be okay and contributive to people and kind. So due to this rapid decline in family, I kind of expedited the plans that I was going to do. Originally, I was going to wait until after college to move in with my partner and then, change my job. Did you want to go into a career, right? I didn't really quite know what it was that I wanted to do as an English major when it came to career-wise, because I had always had plans of being an artist. I was going to school to be an author. I just had to have a job to finance that. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't my intention to go into the corporate world or to be in some kind of ladder climbing career. Like, I always wanted to be an artist. That's what I've been for my entire life. I was dealing with a lot of conflict between me and sibling or parent, guardian. I was just dealing with a lot of conflict internally. And so I just felt like I had to go. Let's just get this going right now. Luckily, future me or past me is capable of kind of covering future me's buns, because I will take a big leap of faith and I will make it. I will make it, but I might sprain an ankle or something, break a finger in the making. I'ma do it though. I'ma do it. So I moved the summer before senior year while still working. School was about to start. Me and my partner got an apartment together and it was going good. We was paying rent. We was getting groceries, getting furniture. Like, we was hitting all the marks. And then family issues started happening again. And then those family issues for both me and my partner started causing us to misalign because we were dealing with so much external stress that we weren't able to be present with each other. And then once that started happening, everything kind of just unraveled, and I was like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. One has to go, and I will get my degree. So work gotta go. What is retail doing for me right now? I'm not even making enough. By the time I make my check, it's gone to rent, it's gone to groceries, it's gone to one thing at a time. I'm barely even contributing. I know I can make more as an artist or as some kind of community member. I know I could bring in more resources for myself than trying to spend my time at this job that is literally killing me. Like, I hated this job so much for a multitude of reasons. I'm from Stockton, okay? And if anybody knows about Stockton, you understand what it's like to try and work in Stockton, retail in Stockton, okay? We had a number of people coming through, people on drugs, houseless people, which is not a problem at all. Our store actually helps people who are houseless when they do come into the store, with discounts or trying to give like free items, like the employees will pay for things like that. But there are also some people who are on drugs and they come in and they start, being up in your face, or there's people who are drunk and they'll come in, gotten threatened to be stabbed. People's exes have come up to the job and threatened to, like, it's a number of things. Working in Stockton is not fun. And I had just came from Atlanta. So, working in Atlanta wasn't too much better than Stockton, but regardless, I had to go. Like, one had to go, and it was gonna be work. I just had to take that leap of faith, and I went fully into my artistry. Kind of crochet was my source of income when I was in high school because I was not allowed to have an actual job, and I think that really influences who I am now because I've always been an entrepreneur in one way or another. I've always had some kind of business, lemonade stand, selling cupcakes, take a picture, something like that. I think I'm a Capricorn at heart. And literally, once I moved and quit, I was away from basically every source that was causing harm to me, as well as myself. Like, I was just away from all of the things that were negative, and all I had was school, home, and my art and my partner. And once I was able to take out that job that was really doing it to me, I feel like I just found something. Of course, I had a spiritual awakening. I've had many spiritual awakenings, man. I do consider myself like a spiritual woo-woo person and magical, all of that type of stuff. I just practice it in private, as it usually should be. I don't try to influence people. I just spread my message when it's accepted and stuff like that. But I just felt like a deepening. A part of the filter over my eyes just lifted. I don't know. I just got some magical eye drops in my eyes, and things just started making sense, and dots started connecting, and I was like, oh, okay, like, these are the steps that I gotta follow to really go. And I just kept hearing like consistency, and stop letting these people step on you, consistency, be yourself, consistency. And I think the spirit that I really found was my inner child. I'll always say that. Not even just to promote myself, although I do have an ebook for it. Finding your inner child is so crucial to navigating the adult life, because without them, part of you is not true, part of you is not out and expressive, it's hidden. And no part of you should be hidden expressively. You know what I mean? You should be able to be who you are. You should be able to just be without that becoming a problem, or saying like, oh, I shouldn't do this part of what it is that I want to do. Or there has to be freedom within your expression, so long as it's non-harmful. For 6 hours a day between like 12, I would say 11:58, because that was the time that I usually woke up, was 11:58 before midnight. I'll just say midnight to about 5:30, 6. I would just be in this deep trance state, this deep meditative state where, in my belief in what I practice, I was connecting with ancestors, past and future versions of myself. I was channeling to messages that were there to help me, just stripping down all of what I was made of and taking those wires that were plugged in for me out and really connecting them back to where they're supposed to be in my eyes. I just unraveled mentally. I allowed myself to cry, yell, to say what it was that I was feeling, instead of just being like, okay, well, in reality, feelings aren't evidential. I was just allowing myself to just be. I was allowing my neurodivergence to become unmasked. I was allowing my PTSD PTSD to become addressed. I was allowing my anxiety to be pinpointed. I was allowing it to all come out and unravel because I cannot hide who I am on the inside anymore. If I am someone who suffers mentally and I try to mask that for the sake of other people, but I am still getting told what it is that I'm supposed to be doing at every single moment of the day, I don't care anymore. Like I want to be okay. I want to be content in life. I want to be at a place where I'm like, this is fine. Like, this is good. This is fine. I'm happy because I'm content. I wasn't there. After the 50 days of meditation, I won't say like it was just like a beam. I think it started another 50 days of like a different state of mind that guided me towards my project Broken Bottle. I would say that after the 50 days, things started moving quicker in life. My finances started to stabilize themselves a little bit more. I wouldn't say they're in the most ideal place of where I want to be in life, but they started stabilizing more. Abundance started finding me more. Weight loss started finding me, although I was not searching it. And just health, places for help. I started taking antidepressants, getting a better health care for my chronic illness. I used to just go to urgent care, but I started going to an actual facility for it, things like that, and really just trying to better myself because you have to be okay. You have to be okay. If you don't feel okay, it's all right, but we got to get ourselves back to a state of okayness. And for the first time in my life, I was officially diagnosed with depression, which is something I had been saying since I was probably like 10 to my family, to my guardians, to anybody with ears. I had been saying like, I'm depressed, like I have depression, I'm not okay. And it was always like, you fine, you fine. It's stuff like that. But for the first time as an adult at 22, I was diagnosed with depression. And that diagnosis helped me get access to a better antidepressants instead of something that just stopped my body from feeling anxiety. Like my brain was still functioning in the way that it was because I could not chemically develop enough happiness. That diagnosis, ironically, made me feel a little bit more free and a little bit more closer to happiness because I just felt affirmed, like, yes, this is true. This is what you have. You don't have to keep it, but this is what you have. And you're not wrong about that. So where am I now? Here, present as much as I can be. I'm not really taking in the days or the time, really. I'm just moving with my body and moving with the schedule that I set out, allowing my creations to be created and released, and allowing eyes to be seen or to be laid on them. Now, I'm still working on that part. I got a lot of stuff in the vault. I'm still unraveling the vault, but I'm working on my social skills. I'm terrible at checking my phone. Half the time, that thing be face down somewhere where I cannot find it. If I'm on it, I'm using it to edit. If I'm not on it, I'm probably editing. It's just a lot. And I don't really care to like text a lot or call a lot on the phones. I need to work on my social bonds, but I have been better at it. I'm holding myself accountable and allowing myself to be seen again. Like, although there may be reasons why I feel this way, and those reasons may be valid, I have to be in charge of my behavior, especially as somebody with anger issues. And I can't be afraid for people to look at me if I'm a performer. If I see myself as this jester, as this actor, as this celebrity in some ways, not that I see myself in that like all the time, but just I gotta operate at a certain frequency in order to express myself in the way that I want to. I have to be okay with eyes laying on me. That's the point. I want people to see me. I get nervous. I get nervous inside, and I will never admit to that nervousness, but I will now. I get nervous. Eyes. And lastly, I feel like I am slowly coming out of isolation. I don't think I'm fully, emerged or even halfway there, but I think I'm slowly poking my head out of my deep isolation and just being, really. So that's basically the video. If you like this kind of content, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, clicking the link in my bio or in the description to my link tree. I have a few ebooks up there about freeing your inner child. I have an activity book in case you don't really care to read and you just want to draw, do things, color and draw. I have some journal templates. You can check my website for merch. This is not my merch, this is Corey Kitchen, but I do have some Just Be merch, as well as merch for my new documentary, Broken Bottle. I'm releasing the final week of content on Instagram, but the final week is on Substack and on YouTube. Success isn't proving others wrong, it's proving yourself right. Whoa. Believe in your vision and just be.